past couple of months in his feuds with CM Punk, chasing after the WWE Championship. The only option Ryback may have to get a chance to become WWE Champion if he doesn't knock off Punk on the first Raw of 2013 on January 7th will be to win the Royal Rumble match. And if John Cena wants an opportunity to try to defeat The Rock, something he was unsuccessful in doing at WrestleMania 28 earlier last year, he'll have to win the Royal Rumble to do it and choose to face The Rock for the WWE Championship, pending if The Rock defeats CM Punk in the WWE title match in Phoenix at the Royal Rumble and chooses to face The Rock the night after he wins the Royal Rumble. That will set the stage for Cena Rock Part 2 at WrestleMania 29 with an even more detailed storyline than before. There are so many possible outcomes with this year's Royal Rumble match. That's why we're opening up social media to our listeners to tell us who you think will win the Royal Rumble. If you have an opinion you'd like to contribute, you can join the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/HCW Entertainment. You can follow the show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, where you'll find a lot of Royal Rumble tweets over the next couple of weeks. So if you aren't following us or haven't signed up for our Twitter RSS feed, get that done at twitter.com/Jonathan Clarke1, and you can listen to past video archives of our radio show on youtube.com/Jonathan Clarke22 with some new archived videos, including a look at The Undertaker's possible return and involvement in the Royal Rumble match or at the Royal Rumble event, which he's had a significant role at over the past 15 to 20 years at one of the most prestigious events in professional wrestling history. Everybody knows what the Royal Rumble is and what the Royal Rumble means for the winner. We have seen so many Royal Rumble winners in the past couple of years go on to have the entire year built around them. At least 55 to 60% of the year, I believe, have been built around Royal Rumble winners like Chris Benoit and Dave Bautista, even Randy Orton in 2009 when he won the match for the first time in his career. It's been fun seeing what WWE have done for Royal Rumble winners. And one big thing about the 2013 Royal Rumble, similar to the 2012 Royal Rumble from earlier last year, they have cut the field back from originally wanting to go from 30 to 40, back from 40 to 30, which is great. We're going to get a traditional Royal Rumble match, and I think with the traditional field coming from the Royal Rumble, along with a lot of great diversity in this match, it makes for one of the most unpredictable matches ever. And I think that with how the New Talent Initiative have looked outstanding over the past couple of months, this makes for one of the best Royal Rumbles of the previous 25. My favorite Royal Rumble matches came in 1994, 1997, 1998, 2001. There have been so many favorites of mine when it comes to the Royal Rumble. The Rock winning in 2000. But if I had to come up with a list of top 3 Royal Rumbles, it definitely would have to be number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin winning the 2001 Royal Rumble. In the number 2 position, the 1997 Royal Rumble that was won by Stone Cold Steve Austin, technically after a very controversial conclusion to the Royal Rumble. And my favorite Royal Rumble match of all time was won by both Bret Hart and Lex Luger in 1994, after both superstars eliminated each other, and it was up to WWF President Jack Tunney at that time to make a decision on who would face Yokozuna for the WWE Championship, and it ended up being both Bret Hart and Lex Luger in back-to-back championship matches at WrestleMania 10. The main event was Bret Hart versus Yokozuna, after Yokozuna got a disqualification victory over Lex Luger in an incredible match that could have resulted either way of Lex Luger winning the title, going on to defend it, wrestling a second time against Bret Hart. But I think the most unpredictable Royal Rumble of the past 25 years definitely had to have been the 1994 Royal Rumble, when WWF President Jack Tunney had to make a very controversial decision for WrestleMania 10. We have seen so many unpredictable Royal Rumble matches that didn't even make my top 3 list, and if you have an unpredictable Royal Rumble match, you can tell me what it is. There have been so many of these. I want to come on here and say The Undertaker will be involved in the 2013 Royal Rumble match, certainly with the posters that have been released on Google Images and other image-sharing websites on the internet. The Undertaker's rumored return at the Royal Rumble is highly likely to happen, but it hasn't been confirmed. You go back to the 2012 Slammy Award Show promo that Triple H gave to wrestling fans, saying that we hadn't seen the last of The Undertaker. I hope we haven't seen the last of The Undertaker. I love seeing him wrestle at least once a year at WrestleMania. I want to see him wrestle more. That's the only problem I have with The Undertaker. And if he were to be involved in the Royal Rumble for 2013, and let's say he wins by eliminating, I don't know, The Rock or Brock Lesnar as the final competitor, when it comes down to The Undertaker, I'm one of the biggest chances of winning the Royal Rumble. The Undertaker would have to be there more than once a year if he were to win the Royal Rumble, like in 2007 when he won the Royal Rumble match, eliminating Shawn Michaels in a tremendous exchange. If you ever have the Royal Rumble to take a look at, it's got to be the 2007 Royal Rumble for the exchange of Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. If you watch any few minutes of the Royal Rumble, it's got to be at least the last 10 minutes of the match because of the phenomenal exchange between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels that resulted in The Undertaker eliminating Shawn Michaels, adding to their already extensive history they had prior to the 2007 Royal Rumble. You take The Undertaker winning the Royal Rumble in 2007 and how significant The Undertaker was in 2007. That year at WrestleMania 23, he defeated Dave Batista to win the World Championship, and the following year at WrestleMania 24, he defeated Edge in one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time and in the career of Edge. 2007, 2008 were years built around The Undertaker because of his regular appearances he was making on both Raw and SmackDown, and I think that is going to be necessary if The Undertaker were to appear in the Royal Rumble match. Even if he didn't win, I think it would be very crucial and critical for The Undertaker to appear on editions of Raw and SmackDown, even just Raw, from week to week more than just once a year. It's okay if he's wrestling once a year at WrestleMania, having a program with Shawn Michaels or Triple H, but after winning a Royal Rumble match like he did in 2007, after that phenomenal exchange with Shawn Michaels, adding to their extensive history prior to 2007's Royal Rumble, if there ever are a final few moments of a Royal Rumble match you should check out, fast forward in the 2007 Royal Rumble match to the final 15 minutes of Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker's phenomenal exchange. It was just incredible seeing what they brought to the 2007 Royal Rumble match, and in 2009 they set up for that great match they had at WrestleManias 25 and 26. Incredible matches resulting in the end of the career of Shawn Michaels and his inevitable retirement. We haven't seen Shawn Michaels wrestle since. He's made a couple of appearances for special editions of Raw and SmackDown, but he hasn't wrestled since. An incredible way to end the illustrious 25-year career of Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels said it himself, there's no better way to end a 25-year run with a company than by having your final match with The Undertaker. I think that it's incredible what The Undertaker has done for everyone in the wrestling industry, the lives that he's touched, and I think that if there was going to be a legend to win the Royal Rumble, I think wrestling fans would prefer seeing The Undertaker win the Royal Rumble as opposed to Brock Lesnar or a legend we haven't seen in, let's say, 15 to 20 years. There's no chance of the Ultimate Warrior or Bret Hart showing up in this match and winning the Royal Rumble, pulling off an absolute shocker. So if there's a legend to win the Royal Rumble, it's either going to be Brock Lesnar or The Undertaker. I don't want to come on here and really hype you up to see The Undertaker winning the Royal Rumble match, but I would love to see it. I really would, and I don't really want to hype you up for it because it hasn't been confirmed, but with the Royal Rumble posters that have been released on Google Images, I showed one to you the other day on my YouTube channel, the chances of The Undertaker appearing in the Royal Rumble match are pretty high right now, and there is a huge chance too that a new talented superstar could win this year's Royal Rumble, like Ryback. You take how many times Ryback now has lost out on opportunities at the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell back on the 28th of October because of special referee Brad Maddox, who is still in search of a $1 million contract with the WWE. Ryback is screwed out of the WWE title again at Survivor Series because of the interference of the Shield, putting Ryback through a table as the Shield continue to target Ryback from week to week, promoting the fact and idea that Ryback will eventually be the WWE Champion. There is a chance he may knock off CM Punk on the first Raw of 2013, but if you look at the track record of the matches that have happened for the championship as the first match of a year in previous years, like 2011, the chances of the title changing hands in the first title match of the 2013 Raw are very unlikely. So I think that the biggest chance that Ryback may have of getting a WWE Championship opportunity will be by winning the Royal Rumble, and with how much of a connection he has with the WWE Universe, the chances of him winning out of any of the new talent against superstars are really high. We have seen Alberto Del Rio win the Royal Rumble. We have seen Sheamus win the Royal Rumble. Sheamus will be looking to win the Royal Rumble and win back-to-back Royal Rumbles in 2013 with his victory in 2012's Royal Rumble. He'll be looking to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles and pull a Shawn Michaels. I highly doubt it's going to happen for him. That's really the only chance Sheamus has of challenging the Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it could be at WrestleMania 29. That would be great for Sheamus, winning back-to-back Royal Rumbles and pulling off a Shawn Michaels from 95 and 96. Those were some of my favorite Royal Rumbles as well that didn't make my top 3 list because of how Shawn Michaels overcame a concussion and was able to return in the 1996 Royal Rumble against doctors' orders that doctors were in attendance for because they were so conspicuous of Shawn Michaels performing in that match. I highly doubt Sheamus will pull an HBK and win the World Championship, but it would be fun seeing Sheamus win the Royal Rumbles for 2012 and 2013. But if I had to pick a new talented superstar to win the Royal Rumble this year, it would either have to be Ryback or Dolph Ziggler because of how fantastic both of these superstars have looked. And if you ask me, I'd love to see Sheamus and a Big Show at WrestleMania, yes, but I'd much rather see a new talented superstar like Ryback or Dolph Ziggler challenge for the title at WrestleMania, because that would really make for an unpredictable WrestleMania match for either the WWE or World Championship. And if Ryback were to win the Royal Rumble, he would most likely challenge for the World Championship to give wrestling fans the chance to see John Cena facing The Rock Part 2 at WrestleMania 29. The most likely chance we have of having a WrestleMania 29 main event for the WWE Championship is The Rock facing John Cena, but again, that is way too predictable that John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble match and then he's going to choose to face The Rock the night after the Royal Rumble when The Rock wins the WWE Championship, and there is the chance that CM Punk will get a rematch between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. There is also the opportunity that CM Punk will have at the 2013 Royal Rumble if he loses the WWE Championship to The Rock. There is the chance that CM Punk will attack a superstar from either Raw or SmackDown or even NXT and take their place in the Royal Rumble match and come out and pull an absolute shocker, returning off injury, winning his first Royal Rumble match. Seemingly that's the only accolade CM Punk hasn't accomplished in his wrestling career after winning the Money in the Bank ladder match in 2 separate occasions. He's won the Intercontinental title, the ECW title, the World and WWE title. He's done it all. So really the only accolade he hasn't achieved is winning the Royal Rumble